We have all heard the haunting cries echoing through the nether, the cry of a creature so sorrowful it will send chills down anybody's spine. You can hear it, but the thick fog of the nether often hinders you from actually seeing it, and maybe it's for the better. Trapped in this deserted wasteland lie the souls of the unfortunate players that couldn't find peace even after their inevitable demise. They are crying out for help, begging somebody to relinquish them from their perpetual torment. Some of these unfortunate souls manifested themselves into the Ghast. But how did all of this happen? You were not always trapped in the soul-like form. Long before anybody can remember, you were once a regular player that was overtaken by greed. You were ready to step over anyone or anything to get what you wanted. You wanted all of the glory to yourself, so you started constructing these elaborate monstrous machines that would take advantage of innocent beings and harvest their drops or enslave them for your own gain. Day after day, you would condemn the souls of thousands of mobs just to fuel your insatiable need for unlimited resources. At some point, you were not human anymore. All of the greed had overtaken any semblance of humanity that lied within you. Death wasn't enough of a punishment. You had put so many innocent souls through these miserable death traps. Now it was your turn to suffer. Your soul was banished to the Soul Sand Valley where all forsaken souls eventually end up. Your soul was trapped in a Ghast, forever doomed to wander the desolate wasteland of the nether. You cry out for help, but nobody is there to listen to your pleas, the same way you didn't have any regard for the lives you had condemned. You cry out to potentially make notice of your existence to a player who will finally put you out of your misery. Once you spot a player wandering the nether, you try to do anything to attract their attention. You even shoot fireballs in their direction to encourage them to finally end your existence. But little do you know that your soul is forever bound to the nether as long as you die in the nether. Even in death, your torment doesn't end. Your soul is simply transferred into another Ghast, doomed to float endlessly through the nether once again, leaving behind a single teardrop. But for the first time in your cursed existence, that teardrop offers something different, healing instead of suffering, a fragment of hope amidst the despair. Over time, the tears of anguish you leave behind may touch enough lives, bringing aid to those in need, slowly beginning to balance the scale of your past misdeeds. But don't get the wrong idea. This doesn't mean your soul is freed. Even after all the healing your tears may provide, your curse remains unbroken. You are still bound to this endless cycle, trapped in the nether, carrying the weight of your past for all eternity. The only way your soul can ever escape and finally get peace is through the Uneasy Alliance advancement, where a player would have to transfer you to the overworld and kill you to finally set your soul free from the curse that was bound to you. But by then, you'd already have been in this form of eternal suffering for potentially millions of years. Most Ghasts are not afforded this luxury, however, and will continue the cycle of suffering for eternity. And so you float endlessly through the nether, your cries echoing through the desolation, a haunting reminder that actions have consequences. There's no one else to blame for the state you found yourself in than yourself. Yet, unlike the innocent souls you once condemned, you still have a sliver of hope, however faint, a chance, however slim, to finally find peace. Perhaps one day a player will take pity on you and complete the Uneasy Alliance, bringing you to the overworld and freeing you from your eternal suffering. Until that day, you remain a prisoner of your past that's waiting for redemption.